So in this lecture, we are going to spend some time discussing phase 3 for the facilities planning course project. Phase 3 of the project is 50% of the project grade. So I encourage you to spend some time trying to make the best effort possible for this piece of the project. So as you are aware of, this is a semester-long project divided into 3 phases. And at the end of each phase, you're required to submit a written report. All reports are submitted online using Microsoft Word, using Canvas. So in this third phase of the project, we are going to use what you did for the second phase in terms of the diagram. And we are going to do some updates into some of the requirements for the project. So for example, as you give the chart a critical check, let me show you figure number 2. So this is the updated version of the diagram. So you can see that now we are going to use that diagram. Let me show it again. The relationship chart. I want you to use that information and which is already taking this into consideration. So as you give the chart a critical check, you will see that already in figure number 2, you question the reality of rating U for production and service. After all, the production areas are vitally dependent on adequate maintenance, especially because urgency of service is critical for downtime of very costly equipment and for the closely synchronized production operations. So the group agrees it must have been any oversight in the recording. So it should be rated E. So what I want you to do is to use that chart and in order to work on this report. So I'm giving you the solution for that. And these are the two things that you have to submit. I'm sorry, this should be B. This is a typo, I'm sorry. So problem A, now using figure 2, prepare on a clear blank sheet, a diagram of relationship or relationship diagrams. So if you remember, these are the relationship diagrams. So you're basically going to look at the type of value that you have assigned to the connection between 2 departments. And then you're going to assign a line code and a numerical weight. And using that information, you are going to start establishing the connections between the departments. So this is in lecture 3, part 1. So these diagrams I want you to create, and I want you to submit as part of your report. Okay, so you will end up with something like this. These boxes right now, they don't include the size of the departments. I'm also providing you with that information. So take it letter by vowel, letter, redraw as appropriate to the best as appropriate to the improvement opportunities. Be sure to count the number of A's, E's as you develop your best fit. Add the space beside each activity on the final diagram. So that space is listed here on figure number 3. If you go to figure 3, you will have information about the space. So the area, this is a total area, and these are the space for each one of the departments. So you will have to create a using that information and using the relationship diagrams. Then you'll come here to using figure 3. So before you go into the step, I want you to show me those relationship diagrams in problem A. So make sure that you develop those relationship diagrams just as I'm showing you here. And maybe one like this with the areas. And then the final part of the project is now using figure 3 and the relationship diagrams, prepare figure 1, a rough arrangement of your proposed master site layout. So basically the idea is that now you use, this is the master site, and I want you to show me where the departments will be located as part of the facility. So each square is 100 meters square. So use that information, make sure that you take into account the location of the highways, dedicated dirt road, everything when you are designing and when you're locating those departments into the facility. Okay, so the second part will be that figure 1, with the location of the departments based on the analysis that you did in part A. And that's the final report. So you're basically gonna hand me the design of the facility using the information that we have discussed throughout the semester. Okay, so I want you to spend the time for this lecture working on the project. And if you have any questions, please email me or let's set up some office hours so we can discuss. Thank you.